Oh my goodness. Our Justin Simmons dreams are dying. Trevor penalty is still trash, but Spencer Rattler and Sexy Jake will save us. Thomas, hit that intro.
Welcome to the award-winning Saints Happy Hour podcast. Seriously, this podcast has won awards. American standards are dropping every day. The show features Ralph, the best host in the world, who can barely pronounce his own name, much less anyone else's.
Marcus Marquez Callaway.
Dave is that dude who loves taking bathroom breaks. He's mad about almost anything, so make sure to lower your volume when he speaks.
Put that freaking clown meme back up that I made. Jesus Christ.
Andrew has sources, watches tapes, and knows football. He rarely shows up on time and wants to commit crimes to help the Saints win.
Sean Payton would have done illegal things. Don't tell me I'm wrong, because you know it's true.
Oh, and there's also Kevin, who is great at doing mock drafts, but struggles to actually watch Saints games or have a functioning relationship.
Budrich wants to know how the doctor's doing.
That ended.
Anyway, grab a drink, sit back, and enjoy the insanity.
All right, everybody, welcome to another edition of Saints Happy Hour podcast. I'm Ralph Marlborough. I got Dave with me. I got Andrew. Thomas running the show back in Poland like a champ as always. Want to say hello to everybody in the chat. We got a ton of people tonight. I see Aldi Marino. I see Andrew's dad. I see West Coast Saint. I see your boy Alan. I see Nola Fredo. I see Jason Champagne, among others. Just tremendous amount of people in the chat. They're ready for Saints season. We're all ready for it. Before we start tonight's show, remember to subscribe to Saints Happy Hour wherever you get your podcast. And got to mention the MVP contest. If we reach $100 in donations tonight, the MVP will choose which minibar bottle from my gigantic minibar bottle booze collection I'm going to poison myself with. Consider donating via Stream Elements by typing in !donate in the chat. Link appears. That way it costs you less to get me drunk than on Twitch. It's win-win for everybody. Next MVP contest, the prize is the best one ever. The MVP from every week gets entered in the drawing to go to a Saints home game with me. That's right. Me, you, Section 641, Derek Carr, DA. Let's do it. All right. Thomas, do we have an MVP leader already?
Yes, sir. Mr. George is the MVP leader. Subscribed with tier 1 sub for 31 straight months. Damn, that's
wow. That's a lot. That's incredible. All
big
right,
number. And who that golfer won last week?
That's right. Who that golfer won last week? And look at this. Look at this. We got Trevor penalty needs to GTFO H. And we got, look at this. Jim Mora fathead, the proper size, custom made. If you like that Jim Mora fathead, you can get the stickers with Diddly Poo. It's amazing. You should do it. All right. Last week we said if we made a year, 52 weeks of reaching the goal of $100 every week, if we reached a year, Andrew, we would spin the wheel, the Mountain Dew wheel of death, and whatever it came up with, I would drink. So this is what we got. We got Mountain Dew Baja Blast.
Oh, God.
We got regular Mountain Dew. And this is the drinks. This is the potential drinks we got. We got Patron Tequila. We got Taka Vodka. We got Windsor Canadian Black Cherry Whiskey.
Yeah.
And we couldn't find any rum, so we had to do a pinch hitter. And I dug this out of the booze closet. Apple corn, finest apple schnapps liqueur since 1758. Original recipe of the House of Bernitz.
Now wait a minute. You only have 4 liquors and 2 Mountain Dews.
Yeah.
And what this is supposed to cover every option on the wheel? I don't think.
Well,
so.
no, we had to trim the wheel because I couldn't find every Mountain Dew. I couldn't find
it
Code
was
Red.
a
I couldn't.
lot of options, Dave. Come on, man.
I know that, but you only found 2 Mountain Dews. I can go to.
When I did this, I had 1 Mountain Dew, so I only had 1 Mountain Dew flavor, but I did it with every liquor on the list.
Yeah, we didn't.
Every single one, including red wine.
Well,
I could go to any corner gas station and find at least 5 varietals of Mountain Dew.
I know. And you can't find red wine.
Come on, shut the fuck up. Let's spin the wheel, for fuck's sake. Jesus.
My wife drank all the red wine because the Astros are struggling tonight. What do you want me to say?
Make it longer than it should be.
Yeah, go.
Can
spin the wheel,
it?
Thomas.
Every drink is there.
Spin it. Let's go.
So that the commission, is right.
Yeah, make it
Let's
spin
fucking
it.
go.
Did you actually find a JPEG of the apple corn booze?
No, he didn't tell me that. He told me that.
No.
Oh, what's
So
that?
what do we got?
Yeah,
What's
it's
that?
Captain Morgan's.
That's the Baja Blast plus tequila.
Oh. So
Baja Blast and Patron. Okay.
Patron, patron.
Like, talk me through this. Are you doing like a little splash?
Yeah.
no, I'm doing a
Yeah.
shot. We're doing a shot of Patron.
Right, and then how much Baja? How much Baja are you blasting?
I'm gonna blast a lot of Baja in
Blast
there
it.
because that's a lot of tequila, boy.
Also, did you
If
notice,
come,
Dave,
you
during
best
the
come hard?
did you
Yes.
notice during the intro when Ralph was trying to say Justin Simmons, that he had to catch himself? He came very close to saying Justin Simeon.
Yes.
Yeah.
He had backup quarterback on the brain, and
I did.
mine immediately goes to
Here
Trevor
we go.
Simeon.
He does. By the way, I'm drinking Infinite Ghost by Parish Brewery. Hazy IPA.
Tastes like Sprite that somebody peed in.
How would you know?
I got weird at college, Dave. What do you want me to tell you? So what are you drinking, Dave?
Or bullied. Or bullied.
Or bullied. So what
It's already
I already
into
said,
that.
I already said I'm
All right,
drinking
what-
Infinite Ghost by Parish Brewery.
And, all right. So there we go. So the drinking segment is done. Did Andrew? I was too busy making my drink. Did you say also?
I'm currently drinking a drink called True Kava. It is absolutely disgusting.
Okay. Okay. So let's
How
get
do,
right
how
to
do you spell kava?
What is
Kava.
A VA, not W. All right.
What is it?
It's like a alcohol substitute that's like still supposed to give you like a feeling of focused, relaxed euphoria, or I don't know.
So it's not alcohol.
It's not
Oh.
alcohol.
Is it like
it's
coffee?
terrible.
Is
It
it
doesn't
like
taste
coffee?
good, and it's not effective.
Oh, Kava. This is like there's on Oak Street in New Orleans, there's a Kava bar. I've heard about this.
Mhm.
You're drinking this hippie dippy
someone
shit?
gave me a 6-pack, so I'm trying it, but I don't
Yeah.
like it.
And I
It's
I
gonna
dug
be
this.
short-lived, I can tell you that.
I dug this out. I found this that I'll do tonight. If you guys want, if we reach $100, you can make the choice. Jägermeister
rain.
cold brew. I found another shot of that. I'm sure that'll go delightfully when I chase it down with Mountain Dew and tequila.
Bring that to our live show in a couple of weeks. I'll drink that.
So let's get to the Saints news. Before we get to personally I feel like it's my Justin Simmons dreams are dying. I feel like that's a personal problem for me. But I want to start off positive, Dave. Cam Jordan, he was one of the players that got interviewed after practice today. First of all, he looked sexy as hell with the half zip Cal Bears sweatshirt. He was oozing it. And second of all, he got me fired up about this defensive line. Thomas, play the soundbite.
I'm beyond excited just to be able to get on the field and compete.
I mean, look at this.
When you have guys like Carl Granderson, who is
Look
in
at
my
the
mind
chest
reaching
hair.
his peak. He seems like he's in top form. When you got a young kid in Chase Young, and I'm able to push him and make him give more. Guys like Brian Brzee, again, make him give more. It's a season of more, and the more we give, the better we'll be. And so hopefully, 6 months from now, we'll be talking about playoffs or whatever it is. 4 months from now, 4 months from now, we'll be
Playoffs?
talking about a playoff push. I don't want to just be sitting here 3 years out of playoffs talking about, oh man, we could have. I don't have time for could have. We've talked about this before. It's a season of more.
I
His
put all
arms
my
were
hopes
crossed.
and dreams
How
on the
deep-
defensive line.
How deep does that V go? His arms were crossed, and then the screen got cut off. So I don't.
You know-
does that go all the way, does that go all the way down?
I rest my case on my comments last week about Cam Jordan and why, if he had a podcast, I would listen, and how that's different from Olave. Like, well, I'm ready to run through a brick wall. And
Yeah.
I was so
Podcast.
downtrodden about the season, and Ralph talking, he had me down, and I was like, man, I don't even know if I'm excited about the Saints. And Cam Jordan, in
Boom.
30 seconds, he brings me right back.
That's
baby.
right. I'm like, this defensive line is.
Let's go.
It's a
This is
combination of the
happening.
2000
Lube up.
Saints, the Purple People Eaters, and
Yeah, let's not
the fearsome foursome. It's all rolled into one. It's like the Voltron of great defensive lines.
I didn't need Cam to pump me up. You guys did a post game show after the preseason game, so against the Cardinals. I didn't get to share my thoughts. But he looked not the starting defensive line looked pretty good in the first game. Like that was one of the bright spots in the whole thing. So honestly, I don't really need Cam to pump me up. If they keep playing like that, Chase Young looks like maybe we got a steal here. It looks like if he stays healthy, this is great. Cam Jordan.
Nola Fredo says,
I know. Cam Jordan looks good on the inside though. So
Nola Fredo says cases of liver damage and even some deaths have been linked to Kava use. Nola Fredo, is that a challenge to me? Are you challenging me? You think I can't do something? No, but the hopes and dreams of this team, Andrew, it rests on the defense because we'll get to the offense in just a second.
I'm going to disagree with that.
You don't think?
I think it rests on our offensive line and Derek Carr.
No, I think but my point is, Dave, the offensive line, best case scenario is it's passable. Like for the Saints to win 10 plus games, this defense better be freaking amazing. Like it better be top 10 minimum. It might need to be top 5, which brings me to my next bit of Saints news. Justin Simmons, give his agent props. He's playing the two hobos of the NFC South, the Saints and the Falcons. He's trying to play them off each other. Justin Simmons, he visited the Saints last week. He's visiting Atlanta today. Andrew, I feel like the Saints really need Justin Simmons because he could be that like extra spice in the gumbo to like make it really pop. Like, I'll be very sad if they don't get Justin Simmons, and I'll be even sadder if it's freaking Atlanta that he goes to.
If he's effective, right? I mean,
yeah.
You don't. I don't know. We'll see. It doesn't surprise me that they would kind of like be interested in him right after the Saints. That's so typical.
And they have injuries at safety.
Yeah. I don't know. I just like until he signs somewhere, I don't know. Like when they're doing the whole tour and visit thing, like if Atlanta was willing to pay what he wanted, or if they were really that desperate, he would have already signed.
Yeah.
So,
Dave, if Simmons signs with Atlanta, will that affect your? I mean, it could drive me into depression. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a prisoner of the moment. Could drive me into will it affect you, or you'll be like Andrew? You'll be like, he might be too old. He might be.
I mean, maybe Fontenot's doing us a favor by bringing him in for a visit. You know, maybe Mickey's telling him to do this, and then that way, when the Falcons don't make him any offers, Mickey can say, "Look, you visited other teams. Still don't want you. We're your only hope. You might as well sign with us." So maybe it's not the worst thing in the world. What's the deal with Simmons? He's been in the league for about 8 years. He's been All-Pro 4 times.
Yeah, a Pro Bowl. He's good. I mean, him and Tyrann Mathieu have the most interceptions the last 5 years.
But what has Simmons done lately? I mean, were all those good seasons earlier in his career?
He was really good 2 years ago. Yes, last year he was okay.
Why is he still available?
It's a good question.
Why is that quality so terrible? It does not sound like that on my phone.
I mean, Andrew, the teams aren't making him work out, but when he gives the physical, could they be finding something in the physical that they don't like? Or would you think it would just be tape, that they're watching tape from last year and they're like, we'll give you 1 year, but we're not giving you 2. We see the tape.
Or if there's just some kind of rumor that's going around among all the franchises that everybody knows.
I mean, I spread vicious rumors to keep him off the Falcons today from my burner. One hand magician on Twitter. It's my burner. I just spread so much.
Brother, do you have a brother? Do you have a brother named Tom?
Yeah, I just spread so much. I just spread so much filth about Justin Simmons.
Yeah, you spread it. Yeah. We know you spread.
So
one-handed.
So let's get to this game review.
I do love this hypothetical by Jason Champagne. I got to read this real quick. He said that Sean, obviously was with the Broncos and coached Simmons last year, told Mickey that Simmons is awful and washed. and the Saints bring him in to trick the Falcons into signing him in a massive
That could also be. Yeah, I had one idea, but this could go the other way. Yeah, maybe this is a different kind of trick.
Yeah, it was Peyton. He's like, him and Mickey were playing golf in the offseason. He's like, Mickey, I'm gonna do a make good for the 2020 draft that I didn't care about, and I just basically took off. I'm gonna make it up to you. Justin Simmons he's washed up, and you bring him in, make the Falcons want him, they'll sign him. I'll do you a solid. Maybe that was Sean Payton playing the long game.
Sounds like the loudest of them all, guys.
So let's talk about this preseason game Saints had. I talked about it with Kevin on a post-game show, but I want you guys' opinion. Listen, let's start with the good. Okay. Spencer Rattler, amazing. Kool-Aid McKinstry, amazing. Chase Young, amazing. A.T. Perry stinks in practice apparently, but he was really good. And of course, Andrew, I know what you want to talk about. Your UDFA son made the game-winning kick, so you're feeling your oats. You're feeling like he's going to make the team. Hawker was looking good. Even your UDFA son, Dave, had a good punt. My son didn't even practice today. He's probably getting cut. So that was where do you want to start, Andrew, with the good?
All right, you're taking too long. Look, I'm going to say this. I'm going to.
I guess I would say Rattler.
Yeah, I'm all aboard the Rattler train. I don't know why none of these reporters at practice hyped him up and told us how good of a ball he can throw.
Tried to calm us down, liars.
I will admit that dude throws a dart. He's got a lot of velocity on that ball. I was impressed with that. I'm impressed with his scrambling. He'll make a couple of reads and then he'll take off and run. He got a touchdown. It was an impressive touchdown. I would like to see more. And if we continue to see what we're seeing, I know this is crazy, and I know that he'll make a lot of mistakes, but I say F it. Derek Carr is not the future of this team. Let's be realistic. Like Derek Carr,
that's fair.
He's got this year, and as far as I'm concerned, I feel like Derek Carr is playing for his job this year. If he doesn't play well, he's done this year. We can cut loose, right?
Here's my thing with
I don't know. I say let's just throw shit at the wall and see what sticks. That
happened. If Derek Carr gets injured, I 100% would want Spencer Rattler to play over Haener, even though Sexy Jake looked good too. But Andrew, my point with Spencer Rattler is when I was watching him Saturday, I saw all the things that made him the number one high school player in America when he was coming out of Arizona in high school. I saw all of it, like the arm that Dave talked about, the mobility. It was all there. And I also saw exactly why he's a 5th round pick. Like he bails out of the pocket. His footwork is really bad. But he's fun. Like we haven't had this much fun for a backup quarterback in a while.
Well,
where are you?
It's kind of fun and exciting that we have two at the same time.
Yeah.
Like I like Haener too. I think obviously we can all agree that Haener's upside is maybe a little smaller, like not as high. See, not as high of a ceiling.
But I feel like he's a lot better than last year. Like he looks more confident.
Yeah, I agree. I think Haener's look good too. Long term, maybe Rattler's the guy that has a chance to be a starter in this league, and Haener's maybe like a Luke McCown or a Chase Daniel type, like solid backup for many years. But yeah, it was cool to see two good young quarterbacks in the building because the last good young quarterback we've had, maybe you could say Taysom Hill.
I don't want to be that guy because I hate that guy, but do they have to keep 3 quarterbacks? Have both of them shown has Haener and Rattler shown enough that you can't cut them? Like
I think you got to keep all 3. I do.
You definitely can't cut Rattler. Somebody would pick Rattler up.
Yeah, Rattler. But
Rattler's untouchable. I think you could justify if Rattler is clearly your number 2. But yeah, I think Haener isn't going to clear waivers. I don't think he would clear.
Yeah.
I think you got to keep him.
I mean, Jason Champagne says Hayner's ceiling may be Gardner Minshew, but Gardner Minshew is like an almost starting quarterback, and like they have a Gardner Minshew hive on Twitter. Like there are Saints fans that were like, they need to get Gardner Minshew. He's really good. No matter how many times DA pantsed them.
Mustache one good season with the Jaguars.
Yeah.
It was one good
DA really is Gardner Minshew's like
he owns Gardner Minshew.
He owns him. Yeah. He's his kryptonite.
He is, man. He's wrecked him. He's wrecked Gardner Minshew 3 separate times. Just absolutely.
3 separate teams, right?
Yeah, 3 separate times, 3 separate teams. Like DA might not be good at coach, but he owns Gardner Minshew. All right, so now we got to get to one other thing that before we get to the bad, one other thing that got me incredibly excited was, and Chase Cam Jordan mentioned it, but Chase Young looked amazing. Willie Gay looked amazing. Blitzing, he was making plays. Boyd, like the defensive line, it like everything that's gone wrong with the offensive line in camp has gone right with the defensive line. Like it's like Chase Young, healthy and looking awesome. Boyd, the draft pick in the league, looking good. Willie Gay, looking amazing. Cam Jordan, looking thin, looking fit. Like everything on the defensive line is like check, 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 which is great. But before we get to Trevor penalty, Thomas,
but just to piggyback off of your comments about the defense, there was one thing that I noticed or I felt, and that is, normally when we watch these first preseason, and I mean like the first one of the season, it's the first time where you're playing another team, you've got contact, you're live, and I always feel like most of these games or all of these games when we watch them, the tackling is sloppy. It's like there's a lot of sloppiness. I felt like our defense, I felt like we were in early season, mid-season tackling form. Like we were pretty good at lining people up and tackling them and closing. Like that was one thing. And I didn't really realize, I didn't even think about that till after the game was over. But I was like, you know what? This didn't feel like the first preseason game as far as what these guys, like those tackles.
Move over Minshew magic. Time for Hina Hoopla.
Your boy Allen, 28.3, becoming the new MVP. Also, let me thank Biloxi Blues for subscribing with Prime for free. For first time ever, I thank donation from Lizardman0991.
Thank you,
$5 tip. Purveyor of Awesome subscribe with Prime for free. And Mike Bagger. For Prime, it's been a while. Hello,
thank you, Mike Bagger. Been a while,
Mike Bagger.
All right, so let's get to Trevor penalty, and we saw this. I saw this on Twitter, and I said, Thomas, you got to post this. We didn't add music to it, but it's every Trevor Penning pass blocking play. Jesus. Roll it. If you have children, cover their eyes.
That beautiful bean footage.
If you have children, cover their eyes. This is obscene. I mean, Andrew, you're a tape watching dude. Explain this to us. I mean,
that's just embarrassing. I mean, he's getting knocked over. He's getting bull rushed.
Why is it cropped like this?
Because it was on Twitter.
Bull rushed by guys half his size. Like, I make it make sense. Like you look at his size, you look at his strength, you look at his like it's almost like he hired someone else to take the SAT for him, and he got a perfect score. But then he's dumb as rocks, and you're like, how did you do? Well, I got a perfect score because someone else took the test for me. Like, I don't understand. It makes no sense that he's this bad. It does not make sense. Like, when you look at his size, his strength, like, just get in the way, man. Just you literally just stand there. Like, you're big and strong, and like, it doesn't make sense. These guys are like half his size, bowling him over.
I have a theory. I watch my son play soccer like 4 times a week, and he's the smallest dude on the field every time. But he has ridiculous confidence and ridiculous aggression. Trevor Penning has none of those things. So he's getting destroyed. And I see Max destroy older kids like 70% of the time and bigger. Like Penning, to me, Dave, to do a golf analogy, if you like that kind of thing, he can't take it from the range to the course.
He destroyed people in college.
Yeah, but that's
everyone talked about his mean streak.
So did Troutman, man. Like,
yeah. I mean, I look at this guy and it's like every step he takes is the wrong one.
All right, I've seen enough of it, Thomas, and I don't like seeing Bill Vinovich calling Holden.
That might be the most offensive thing of this video.
I think that's the first time Vinovich has done a Saints game since the no call. They'll let him do a pre.
I noticed all the media people the way they worded it was that he's never done a regular season or postseason game. The way they made it worded it made it seem like this wasn't the first time Vinovich has refereed a preseason Saints games.
He's never refereeing a Saints regular season game in New Orleans.
Are you talking about recent Super Bowl referee Bill Vinovich?
Yeah, that guy.
I don't like to use his name. I don't like to say his name.
But here's the thing, Andrew. We won't divulge your sources. We won't divulge them. But your sources have been chirping, and your sources are using the words that I used: unplayable, disaster, that sort of thing with Penning. And are we at a point where the Saints have to do something about Penning, not just because he sucks, but because everybody in that building, if the Saints don't do anything, will be like, you're really not committed to doing everything you can to win this season if you're going to trot out him at right tackle. Like it's it's like a morale. It's like a judgment. Like he's so bad that he's forcing their hand. They have to do something about him.
It's funny. Our friend of the program, Jim Gleason, texted me the other day, and he asked me, "Is there any scenario where Penning gets cut?" And at the time, I was like, "Well, he's on a rookie deal, so I mean, he's a first round pick, but like." First round picks monies are guaranteed. Like, I don't think they would ever give him a 5th-year option, but like, I struggle to conceive of a scenario where he would not see through his 4 years because like they would just keep him as a backup, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But like today, for the first time, I'm starting to think like, oh yeah, that's on the table. If the Saints conclude that he's unplayable and that Landon Young and, who's the other guy they're trying out at right tackle? Yeah.
Bryce Harris.
Is that how you pronounce that? Uday,
yeah.
James Hurst.
I think right now it's trending that it's going to be one of those two guys as your right tackle. Unless, they try to pick up some guy at Final Cuts or whatever. But like, I think it's I think it's possible that Penning is not only benched, aka not the starter at right tackle. I think there's a world where he is not on our opening day roster.
Would they do a trash for trash trade like they did with Jonathan Sullivan?
Oh, I mean, I think that's absolutely possible. Yes.
Dave.
I mean, someone offers you a 7th for Penning right now. Are you taking it?
Dave, would you take it?
Are you serious? Yes, absolutely. I don't think anybody would do that. But in a heartbeat. Wouldn't even.
Yeah, even Minxie wants to cut Penning, and she's diabetic. And she has glaucoma. And she's still a better right tackle than Penning.
Yeah, the problem with the offensive line is, this is a league-wide issue. It's not just the Saints. I mean, I don't know that many teams have first-round picks that are that unplayable, but, I think every team has like 1 or 2 starters that are very questionable, and then the depth behind them is almost non-existent.
That's right.
So I do think someone would take a chance on Penning, in that, they might justify it as, well, the Saints have this system and they're trying to play him at right tackle. We see him as a left guard and he'll work in this system. And Penning is one of those guys that will continue to have teams kick the can because he's a first-round talent.
And he's a 10 Raz. Like, it's irresistible.
And again, it's just like, this makes, like, everyone I've talked to, we're all like scratching our heads. Like, it makes no sense. Like, when you look at this guy on paper, measurables wise, like, he should be at least okay.
Somewhere Doug Marrone is drinking a whiskey, and he's like, I told you, motherfuckers, he is not any good. I told you.
Penning was our 2022 first round pick.
That is correct. Him.
No, 2023.
No, 2022. Him and Olave.
Oh, 2023.
2022.
This is year 3. Yeah.
Yeah, this was year 3.
Who did we draft last year?
2022.
Bresee from the Peyton.
2022. Okay, then 2022 was Penning. Then 2021 was Peyton Turner.
Yeah, Peyton Turner. Then 2020 was Cesar Ruiz. Right? And
then 2019 was Davenport.
That's right. No, 2018 was Davenport. 2019 they didn't have a pick.
Because they traded up to get
not doing it.
Marcus 2 first.
It's pretty hit or miss. Pretty hit or miss in the first round there.
He was worth the 10th overall pick we traded to Philly for 19th. God, that trade is
I'm still feeling good about Fuaga.
Does Philly want him? Do they want him now?
Yeah. I mean,
for a 7th round pick?
Listen, Andrew, that's a good point. We talk about Penning, and we just had fun with the highlights. But Lucas Patrick is pretty bad too.
Those are low lights.
Lucas Patrick is pretty bad too.
I've heard they kind of like him.
Why?
That I don't know.
I was going to say,
I don't think that's a situation where left guard is in flux, and I don't think Saldiveri is getting his job back. You know,
yeah.
I think right now Lucas Patrick kind of has that lockdown, and that's the plan for now. Like right tackle, I've heard is completely like we don't know what to do.
I mean, when DA was talking about today, DA. It was a masterclass in DA-ness today, his postgame. He didn't know what the word metaphor meant, and he needed a definition of it.
No. Are you serious?
Yeah. He's like, metaphor, what does that mean?
Soundbite of that?
I should have clipped it. I should have had Thomas do it. But
you don't have a soundbite of this?
I don't. I apologize.
What the hell
but he didn't know what the word metaphor meant. And also he said about Salvadori, he's like, there's levels to injuries, and I was like, oh, he's going into levels, like it's a network marketing scheme. I was like, it's a pyramid injury scheme, so it's all bad. But so they're locked in with Lucas. Like I was going to ask you what do you think is more likely they try to fix, but you say they're locked in with Lucas Patrick. So the only thing to fix is right tackle. But at least that's the way the Saints are viewing it right now. Is that what you're saying, Andrew?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm sticking to.
So, you know what's not depressing, though? Live show, September 6th, sports stream. We have sold, there is a 65 seat limit. We have sold 45 seats. There are 20 seats left. Get your freaking tickets, all right? Click the link in the description. Get your tickets. They're going fast. I don't want to have to give sad replies to people the week of, hey, I didn't get the tickets. I waited too long. Ralph, can you fit me in? And I'm like, no, we're out of tickets. Sorry. Get your tickets now while they're still available. It's going to sell out. It's going to be an amazing night. Do it.
I also want to share one thing real quick. There is a patron who for years has donated one free year subscription. Mm-hmm. He likes to remain anonymous. Mm-hmm. He doesn't like to get credit for this. So I'll silently sing his praise, even though I know who he is. But he would like to offer anyone a free patron year subscription to the Saints Happy Hour podcast.
Thank you. Awesome.
Obviously, if you're currently a patron, you're not eligible. But if you have someone that you know that's a friend or would benefit from this in some way and would be a good fit, please reach out to us.
And
let us know.
Yeah, and you get the free Jim Moore stickers because it's annual subscription. It's amazing.
Yeah,
give it to him. It's the best thing. It's the best thing ever. All right, Dave. The 49ers apparently are like injured all to hell, so they canceled the joint practices with the Saints, which means the actual game Sunday night got more interesting because apparently the plan for the Saints and the 49ers was like, hey, we'll do these joint practices. All our starters will get the reps we want them to get in these controlled environment of the joint practices. But now that's out the window. So the Saints apparently are going to have to play their starters more Sunday night versus the 49ers. What do you want to see Sunday night from the Saints to get the optimism train back on track?
I want to see more Spencer Rattler just slinging it around, just with that ball speed and that tight spiral. My God, it throws a sexy ball. What do I want to see? It would be very difficult for me to follow up an entire 20-minute conversation about how terrible Trevor Penning is, and then tell you, and then not say that the offensive line needs to look a lot better this game for me to have any kind of optimism. At the start of the show, Ralph, you said the Saints are going to live and die by the defensive line. I just cannot disagree with that more. They are going to live and die by the offensive line. This offensive line is either going to get together and give this team a chance, or they're going to continue down the path they're on, and this season has zero chance of going anywhere. If Derek Carr is mid-level at best when he has time, he is not good when he doesn't have time. If you don't get Derek Carr time, we're not going anywhere. This team is not going anywhere. Yeah. So I want to see the offensive line. I want to see the opposite of those lowlights you just played, where every play, Trevor Penning was 5 yards in the damn backfield. I want to see Trevor Penning putting his rusher 5 yards into his backfield. Okay, I want to see him putting defensive linemen into their linebackers. Okay, that's what I want to see. I want to see defensive tackles pancaked on their freaking faces on the ground. Okay, that's what I want to see. I want to see Trevor Penning standing over them, yelling and screaming and taunting and taking a flag. Okay, that's what I want to see.
Yeah, you're not going to see it.
Other than that, I want to see Hayball do a kick, do 2 coffin corner kicks and one where it backs up at the 2-yard line and we down it.
Ralph, is there any way that a one-legged 195-pound Ryan Ramczyk is any worse than Penning?
Needs to rattle a fat head.
Andrew's there, 20.3 interception time. MVP.
We need a Rattler fat head.
We are less than $20 away.
If Rattler throws 2 touchdowns this week, you have my word. We'll get a Rattler fat head and we'll put it right there.
All right, you guys have buried the lead. You guys have said a lot. I agree with a lot of what Dave has said. Of course, that would be great.
Here we go.
That would all be amazing. But
this better not be.
What would be? You know, it would be better, right? You know, it would be even more amazing.
Holker catching a touchdown pass.
My UDFA son hitting his second game winner in 2 straight weeks.
No,
I mean,
my son never sits on the Jewish Empire.
We are having a UDFA son competition for the ages. We have Dave's punter son looked pretty good.
He had one good punt, and then he had a second punt that was a touchback or whatever.
Lou Headley was awesome.
And he had a third punt. He had a third punt that the announcers said it looked like the coverage was to the other side of the field, and he punted it to the other side of the field. So I'm not really feeling that confident about my guy.
Good.
I'm not admitting defeat. I'm admitting slight weakness, maybe.
I feel like this competition is. I feel like Holker's going to make the team.
I think Kevin right now is sitting pretty.
I mean, the problem is what if Holker and Smith/Smythe both make the team? Like, how do we?
Last man standing.
Yeah. Then it just depends on performance.
I think the thing is the thing that's going to have Andrew. He's not going to concede defeat all year because Smith is going to be on the roster. He's going to be on the practice squad. And Andrew's just going to be like, all it takes is 2 bad weeks of groupie, and I'll be right back in this
season.
thing.
I'm going to be like, groupies.
Oh, good. Groupie. Yeah. You hit the post on that extra point, man. It's shaky AF.
Yeah.
could be any day now. You know?
Yeah, I don't know. If Groupie makes the team, though, the Saints feel like one of those teams that has no margin for error. So
that's right. You can't.
I'm not going to be rooting for missed kicks. We're going to need all the kicking luck, Ralph.
That's right. I mean, the Saints have one path to 10 wins or more, and they have 7 paths to 6-11.
Butterich, you need to chill in the chat with all these lies about Smith being inconsistent in practice. All I know is walk-off game winner, baby. But was Dennis Allen post-game, was he talking about Groupie or was he talking about my boy?
When the lights were on, he did it. Because they'd have cut his ass if he'd have missed that kick.
Yeah, probably.
So that's where we are. Before we get to the hotline, I want to remind people.
Wait, did we talk about
Did we have hotline?
Did we talk about Kool-Aid?
Oh yeah, we talked about him a little bit.
Oh, wait.
Drink up, Ralphie.
Let's go for MVP from last week. Taking us over the edge.
Let's go. All right, so who that go for? What do you want? Do you want the cold brew?
Yeah.
Do you want the vodka? The vodka is, I got to be honest, the vodka is apple. In case that swings your vote. And black cherry Canadian Windsor whiskey.
Which one has the most alcohol content?
The whiskey is 70 proof.
That's weak.
The vodka is 60 proof.
Weaker.
The Jaeger is 70 proof.
Do the Jaeger.
Ugh. All right.
Wait, so we had a hotline after the preseason game?
Yeah, we did. We had a very big news about the hotline. So let me do.
I was gonna say we should start promoting it now that the season started again and remind everybody.
Me and Thomas.
I didn't even have to.
Me and Thomas did a screw up and hotline. We had to call an audible.
You know, I will say this, Dave, as Ralph does this shot. I feel like there's like a chance that this defense is going to be so awesome that
it's going to override how bad the offense is.
It might be one of those seasons where it's like, man, if Carr can just get a 17. And, the Saints will play like 3 or 4 teams where like
wasn't that last year and he didn't get us the 17? Wasn't that the situation last year?
Probably.
Was that any different?
I didn't say it was.
I mean, that'll be hey man, Andrew, that'll be like me and you's childhood, baby.
Yeah.
That'll be like peak Mora 1990, 91, 92. Just get to 16, baby. 3 field goals,
or just like kick the field goal on second down. Second goal from the 7, just kick the field goal.
No, 4th and 1 inside the 20, you kick that field goal every time. So here we go. Jaeger. This is disgusting. Here we go.
Oh,
The Jaeger is.
I feel like Ralph makes noises like the lead singer of Disturbed when he takes a shot.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
The coffee flavored Jaeger and then following it with the Mountain Dew and the tequila. Oh God. It made my mouth feel like an ashtray. Like, oh God. Oh.
That sounds like a 9, huh?
It's a 9. Oh.
Is this you or does your cat have a hairball? I mean, Jesus.
No, it's me. It's me. Tequila. One thing is tequila mixed with anything is bad. Tequila mixed with coffee. Like you see people mixing all kinds of crazy stuff on the internet. Like fraternity girls, they're like, mixing. You never see people like with a cup of coffee and tequila. So I just So you wanted to talk about Kool-Aid, Andrew.
I thought he looked really good.
I thought he looked really good too. And here's I want to bring up something. I
wasn't missing Lattimore too much.
I wanted to bring up a point that me and you argued on one of our many phone calls that we have. I wanted to say this. Kool-Aid looked really good. If you were the Saints and a team like a contender or whoever called you up and said, listen, I will give you a Zach Strief potential quality left tackle. Right tackle.
Potential or like Zach Strief quality?
Zach, the Saints believe what they're getting is Zach Strief quality.
Okay.
And but they say, we want Lattimore. if you're the Saints, you just saw Kool-Aid. You got Kool-Aid. You got Alontae Taylor, who Dennis Allen went out of his way to give effusive praise today, by the way, after he got confused about what a metaphor is.
Oh, shit. Lizard Man. Jesus, Lizard Man. $80 donation, Rob. Get ready, man.
$80? Jesus.
Jesus.
Wait, so did we just automatically get to the next drink?
Yeah.
Thank you, Lizard Man.
All right, so what are we doing?
Let's
What
go.
are we doing? What are we doing?
Who is Lizard Man?
You want me to do the black cherry whiskey?
Lizard Man's down with Charlie Smith making game-winning kicks.
Or do you want me to do vodka?
Do the whiskey with cherry.
Or do you want me to get the boot and do apple corn?
No.
Apple
We're not letting you off the hook with apple liqueur.
So you want me to do the vodka?
Whiskey. No, do the whiskey.
Ugh. Okay.
I mean, it's up to Lizard Man if he's in
what
the
do
chat.
you want, Lizard Man? What do you say?
You in the chat?
I would say the vodka's got more.
Who
the
is
vodka,
Lizard Man?
The vodka's stronger. The whiskey is only.
I feel like he's trying to talk you out of the whiskey.
Well, no, the whiskey's black. The whiskey's black cherry, Andrew. Like
No Lafredo says, do the whiskey drink and then do the lager drink.
the whiskey drink is only 30 proof. The vodka is 70 proof.
How is that possible? 30 proof?
I don't know. Is
30.
Is Lizard Man even in the chat? Has he? Oh, there he goes.
Highest alcohol by volume.
Highest ABV, please.
All
All right, so that would be vodka.
Love it.
I
The
would have
lizard
done
people are real.
Dave, I would have happily, you know me, any fruit
have a new
flavored
favorite
alcohol, I'm down.
Well, it
Yeah,
sounds
right,
like you
I
might
know.
be doing the third shot too. So
Oh, God.
Mika is in again. Oh. He's fighting it.
I am fighting it hard. That is not a lie.
Okay, there. Taking it like a champ.
and you know this is one of those weeks where Ralph probably has to wake up at 5 to be
Yeah,
traffic
I'm
and
just
go to the
like-
office.
Yeah, I was just like, I'm just going to do this Mountain Dew drink and then one shot maybe. And then you people just get reckless. But I love it because you know what it means, Andrew? Season is started. I want to say this. We got people making fantastic donations. We had 5 subs this week, annual. People wanting the sticker. We're up to 276 subscribers. We're up to 125 annual. They know where it's at. They want the stickers. Whew. It's
Rob, give me a rating.
a
While you're at
9.
it.
Jesus.
A 9 again. Damn.
Mm.
You guys been hitting him hard, guys.
I mean,
The cat.
Did the
The
cat
cat.
just like? Is your cat a parrot?
no.
This is like
It's
the
a
loudest
parrot.
he's
It
ever been.
does seem to respond to whatever Ralph is doing.
I
know.
will say this. I'll give the people a peek behind the finances. The money from Saints Happy Hour, it goes to 3 buckets. It goes to Thomas in Poland for whatever slush fund money laundering he does. And some of it, a lot of it goes to Minxie's medical bills because she's the official cat of the podcast. She's got glaucoma again. She's got glaucoma and diabetes, and it costs a lot to keep pets alive. I'm just going to tell you.
So basically, you're saying the show that Andrew and me and Kevin are on weekly that we devote our time to, we get no money out of this, but your cat gets all the money. This is him giving me.
That is what he's saying.
That's exactly what I'm
This is
saying.
giving me a real reason to wish death upon your cat. No offense.
Jeez.
No offense, but if we can take this cat out of the equation, there's some extra
be
money that
honest
can go
something
around.
It might be.
That could
Might be.
that could go around.
She wants Dave. This cat.
By the way, we never heard what the third bucket is, and I'm not sure I want to know at this point.
Drugs. Listen.
Really, what is the third bucket?
I mean the third
The puke bucket.
What's that?
The puke bucket.
The puke bucket. That's right. It's the puke bucket. You think alcohol and internet is free, man? I'm just saying.
250 stickers that nobody needs.
Hey, man, you got me the stickers.
Yeah, but it wasn't my idea to do stickers.
The stickers are freaking amazing. Stop bad mouthing the stickers. We got to move. We got to move merchandise.
Ralph can barely talk.
Dim lighting and cheap fabric.
He's already fumbling his words. How far away are we from another shot?
How far are we? Less than 90.
Wow.
Less than 90. Okay.
We gotta get out of here. I gotta get up at 5:15. So listen, Thomas, do you have the new hotline graphic? This is
I have the graphic.
What's that?
I have it. Yeah.
Yeah, this is bad. This is bad. This is bad planning strategy by me and Thomas. We let the Google Voice number lapse.
Oh,
and they took it away from us. And I want to apologize to Mike and Christina because they were probably getting some really horrible voicemails on Saturday. And they were like, "What?
Wait, who are Mike and Christina?
They are the ones that got the new number." Because
how do you know?
Because I was like, "Oh my God, me and Thomas, Google sends you an email and they're like, hey, you haven't used it in a while. Use it in the next week. Like send a text, leave a voicemail or something, or we're taking it away." And I was like, "Oh my God, did they take it away?" And I called it on my phone and it was like, "Hey, this is Mike and Christina. If you want to leave a message, leave us a message." Okay. And I was like, "Oh damn." So Saturday, they probably got like 20
You think people called and heard the Mike and Christina voicemail and still continued to leave an anti or pro Saints message?
I think it's yes, because I've heard
previously when you call in, it's you answering. It says, "Hey,
but I've heard our hotline. Do you know how drunk the people are on our hotline after games? I think it's like 50-50. So I just want to apologize.
Can we? I have the number in my phone. I'm going to keep calling that.
What was it?
I'm going to keep calling that number tomorrow this week and see if we can get I'm going to see if I can get Mike or Christina on the phone to see if they do have the voicemails.
Yeah.
And maybe they could be on the next podcast.
Oh, yeah, that would be hilarious.
So the new number, Thomas, is 832-779-3820. Get on your phone, update it.
Hold on. Right now, stop what you're doing.
That's right.
Get pen and paper or grab your cell phone. You're going to need this for the season. It's going to be your therapy. You're going to need this for the show. Write it down right now. I'm buying you time right now. I'm making this a little bit longer so you have time to get your phone. Write this down. It's going to be important for you all season. The number for the Saints Happy Hour Hotline podcast, I'll say it again, 832-779-3820. That's the number you want to call.
Yeah. Thomas was sad because he didn't think the new number was as catchy as the old number. But
I mean,
Aldo Marino says Mike and Christina have like 3 voicemail. It's your cousin from Boston.
Hey guys, Rich here. Hey Mike.
If you want to talk to Mike and Christina, I mean, just call them, man. You got the old hotline number. I'm not telling you how to.
Maybe we should make people call them, so they give us back our number.
Give me back my son. Thomas, roll the hotline.
I mean, I didn't do it. I thought people didn't call it.
What?
I don't have it.
What? We had one. We had a couple. Sorry. It was all.
Maybe next week.
It was all Spencer
I just assumed
Rattler
we didn't have any calls because you didn't update it,
We had calls. All right. So call next week or call now, and Thomas will build the hotline. We love the hotline. It's amazing. So Thomas, take it to top. We didn't get the finger.
But we have trivia if you want.
Oh, let's do trivia. Hit the trivia.
Oh, wait, before we hit the trivia.
What was that?
Kevin? What? Kevin? Kevin just popped
he's
in.
masturbating. He was masturbating.
Hey! And we didn't even get to Ralph's question yet. You're just in time.
Kevin theme song.
I'm assuming that's in the mailbag.
What happened, Kevin? You got fired?
No.
You got fired.
I'm not. I don't know whether to say I'm that lucky or not. I went in earlier in the day, and thus they let me out earlier.
Oh, yeah.
So
that's nice.
FIFO,
We're happy to have
first
you.
in, first out.
Yeah.
There you go.
So
well, Ralph, is your question that you texted us, is that going to be part of the trivia?
No, Dave, I forgot about the question.
Should we get a quick?
I will text it to Thomas, and he will do it on
we can hold. The love update can take a minute. It's fine.
Oh shit!
Take a minute, we'll wait till next week.
No. I'm saying we can get to it. Just let me.
You need to warm up a little.
Let me deploy first before you start shooting.
All right. Well, then we gotta add Ralph's question to the.
I'm gonna add it to Thomas. I'm sending it to, and I'll add. I've told Dave. I totally forgot about that question because we were just humming along. So Thomas, do trivia. Do trivia.
Who's the author of that question, Ralph?
That's me. It's me. It was a topic that I thought of that I skipped.
Oh, it's you. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Trivia. Let's go to trivia. Trivia question for tonight, sponsored by Badrich. As always, the legend.
I am so drunk.
He asks, who is the only former Saints coaching staff member to survive 3 different coaching tenures?
Ooh.
Brian Young?
No. Was he? No, because he wasn't on Hazlitt, was he?
Oh, are we? Yeah, no, he was not.
What do you mean survive? Like, do you mean he survived 3 consecutive?
Yeah, like he was like 3 head coaches kept him.
Wasn't it Venturi? Rick Venturi?
That would have been my.
Okay, Rick Venturi was Mora.
Yeah.
Ditka. And Hazlitt, but he didn't survive Peyton.
Venturi there with Ditka? Venturi wasn't there with Ditka?
Oh, he was. I think
it's Rick Venturi.
I think Rick Venturi. Yeah.
That's my final answer.
That's yeah. Final answer, Rick Venturi. You can't stump us tonight, Butteridge, even though I can't feel my face.
Stump the Schwab.
Let's see if you were right, guys.
In your face, Butteridge! Bring it next week, son. Thunder dunk on you.
Jesus.
Now Butteridge is next week is gonna be like an 8-part question. from like 1974.
Butteridge already Googling.
Well, yeah.
I only have one question.
In 27
pots.
Mr. Mellon. All right, Jesus. So hit the take it to the top, Thomas. We're ready to go.
All right.
Finger gun. All right, Thomas, what's first up?
All right, there's still a possibility we can hit the 3rd donation goal, by the way, guys.
I hope not.
Awesome.
Yeah, I can do it. Do it. I'm not scared.
Yeah, Ralph's not scared. Let's see how it works out.
My liver is though.
First question from Saints Rabbit. He asks, did the Niners hire former Ochsner doctors, and that's why they suddenly seeing so many soft tissue injuries?
Dave, you hate the Saints
No,
doctors.
it's because they didn't hire. It's because they didn't hire a doctor that reduces soft tissue injuries by 80%.
50%.
And now they're seeing the issues with not doing that. So we have that guy. They don't.
They don't. The 49ers are injured a lot. I mean, they win a ton, and all credit to them, but they are injured a lot. And last year they were healthy. That is my sneaky, half-baked, hot take, Kevin. I think the 49ers are going to be like a 9-win team. It's my hot take. So, yes, they hired the Ochsner doctors. What's next, Thomas?
All right, next question. Next question from Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer asks, what is more likely, Penning being a serviceable NFL player or Kevin?
The other thing. Don't finish the question. It's the other thing.
Let him finish, though, Andrew.
Or Kevin having a long-term relationship over a
Trevor
year.
Penning.
Wow, that is mean. That is mean.
I'm sticking with my answer, sir.
Kevin, which one? What do you have more? Do you have more confidence in yourself or Trevor Penning?
Being a serviceable NFL player. See, here's the deal.
I like how Oppenheimer also clarified what a long-term the length of a long-term relationship.
I think
because that was going to be my question.
I think Penning only has a few more years to become a serviceable NFL player before he just gets.
That's right. You got the rest of your life
thrown at the scrap heap. I've got the rest of my life, which, knock on wood, is going to be another 40 plus years.
That's right.
So
bet on yourself.
Right. I'm going to bet on myself and say that at some point it's got to happen, right?
What about Penning? What about Penning having a long-term relationship over a year with a football team? Is that likely?
Another team, right? He's been on this.
Another team.
Besides the Saints.
Yeah, somebody will sign him in an offseason and keep him for an entire year.
Penning's got at least another 5 years of 1 year relationships. Who Dat Golfer says he's on Team Kevin. We believe in you, Kevin. Thomas, what's next?
All right, next question from Don Checo. He asks, one wish for 2024, not knowing the impact, but hoping for the best outcome. Oh man, sorry guys, I messed up.
That was last week.
Yeah, that was last week. That's right.
Reduce the meats and cheeses, Kevin.
That's right.
Very familiar.
Reduce the meats and cheeses.
All right, so we'll do the Ralph question in the meantime. Would you chop off a body part for a good right tackle? If so, which one?
Dave, you wanted to answer this. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Kevin's penis. Didn't say have to chop off my body part. It just said a body part, and I figure Kevin's not using it. So,
what are you talking about? He uses it more than the three of us combined, probably.
Speak for yourself, buddy. Speak for yourself, buddy. All right.
We're married.
I mean, here's the thing.
This isn't really fair because, Ralph could just be like my dead arm. I don't.
But here's the thing, Dave.
It's been dead my whole life. Just take it.
No, but here's the thing, Dave. If you want to chop off some of my crippled fingers, or you want to chop off to the elbow, I need at least Zach Strief quality at right tackle. I'm not.
At least that's it.
I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up any part of my crippled arm for Wayne Gandy or James Hurst. No.
If we're chopping off Kevin's penis, this better be for Willie Roaf. I mean, right, Kevin?
I appreciate that. I appreciate that my penis carries such high value.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Yeah,
Pro Bowl Hall of Famer.
I mean, you got. All right. I'll give you my crippled pinky for James Hurst. That's as far as I'll go. Thomas, what's next?
For James Hurst.
All right,
get him out the studio.
I fixed the Don Checo question. Don Checo asks.
You fixed it? Oh.
Yeah. You get to replace Trevor Penalty with one past Saints offensive tackle in his prime, but your choices are limited to Charles Brown, Bryce Harris, Victor Riley, or Clarence Jones. Who would you take? Or do you take your chances with Penalty?
I'll go Victor Riley. Of all those guys, give me Victor Riley.
I don't even know who is Victor Riley. Who is that?
He was a free agent we got from the Chiefs. He was not good.
What year? What year was this?
Hazlitt.
All of these guys were not good.
Well, I actually don't remember Clarence Jones. Do you?
No.
Yeah, I don't know who Clarence Jones is. But
isn't he the saxophone player for Bruce Springsteen?
Yeah.
Bryce Harris is by far the worst. Bryce Harris was like a Andy Tanner. He was constantly on, off, on. He never played. Charles Brown was a horrific starter, we know, but he was better than Bryce Harris. Victor Riley was like a mediocre starter. So he's
Victor
like
Riley is but Victor Riley is like in that 16 to 25. If you rated right tackles 1 to 32, like Victor Riley would be like 16 to 25, which is way better than Penny.
I would say he was in that 21 to 26 range.
How much better do you think he is than Trevor Penalty?
A lot.
Oh, late.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
What's next, Thomas?
I think the answer is Victor Riley.
Victor Riley. Yeah.
All right. I'll pick a few quick questions from the chat. Jerry asks, with the 49ers coming up Sunday, who will start at QB1? Heine or Rattler? Carr not included.
I think it's got to be Haener just on seniority. You know, I think Haener is a year older, and so he's paid his dues a little bit more. And
safer pick.
He really hasn't done anything wrong.
Quarterback.
He hasn't done anything wrong, so like he deserves.
Yeah, he has.
He deserves to start this game
compared to Rattler.
If you ask me which quarterback I like better, the answer is Rattler. If you were to ask me which one has the more long-term potential, I would also say Rattler. But if you're asking who specifically should start this game, it should be Haener.
Mm-hmm. So Nola Fredo asks, Ralph, I give you a Saints Super Bowl run this season, but your wife's Astros crash and burn and don't make the postseason. Do you take it? Of course.
Oh, yeah.
Of course I take it, man. The Astros have gone to 7 straight ALCS. They've won 2 World Series. They've been to 4 World Series. She's had enough winning. She's had more than enough.
Your wife's greedy, man. Let's be honest.
Listen. The Astros needed to win a second World.
If the Saints win the Super Bowl, I hate to tell you this, Selly, but like the Astros are never winning again if that's the trade.
That's right. Here's the thing. I wanted the Astros to win another World Series because my wife, the first Astros World Series, she was in the emergency room with her brother. He was getting a cyst drained from his forehead, and she had to watch Game 7 from the emergency room, and that kind of sucked. So I wanted them to win another World Series where she could really enjoy it and like be at home and have fun. Then she got it, and that's enough. I need another Saints Super Bowl. It's not even a question. What else you got, Thomas?
Okay, let's do one more question from the chat. Your boy Alan asks, what alcohol should be in a shot called the Bill Vinovich? Kevin wants to answer.
Antifreeze? Kevin, what you got?
A shot.
I'm going with that. I like antifreeze. That works for me.
I was going to say a shot of Ipecac.
Is that
Drano?
You're making shit up.
No, that's a real thing.
All right.
Oppenheimer says
I think it's called cyanide. So
there should be a little Drano in
that what though, I want to thank everybody, guys. The show tonight, it's energized me to get reinvigorated for Saints football season. The last preseason game kind of got me down. I was, got some stuff going on. I was like, maybe I'm falling into the trap of Saints Twitter being negative. This show isn't reinvigorated me. And Kevin popping back on. We have the full house tonight. It always makes me happy when we have the full house. But Kevin, me and you are going to have to do a training camp review later in the week because we're not going to be doing a mailbag. So thanks to everybody.
Wait, are we signing off? Are we done?
Yeah, we're done. We're done.
I thought we were getting a Kevin Love update.
Oh yeah, okay. Oh yeah, we got the Kevin Love update. I'm sorry, Kevin. Go ahead.
Your hosting prowess is going down the shitter lately, Ralph. Jesus Christ! The more you drink.
I mean, 2 donation goals. Dave,
what do you want?
Cut him some slack.
I'm plastered, Dave. What do you want?
So Thursday night, met up with the nurse that I used to date. That was an enjoyable evening. It'll probably happen again at some point if we're both still single. Friday, I went out on a date with a gal that I'd been talking to on Hinge for like a week. The date was going. I can't tell what that music is.
That's the ER theme.
The date was going well, and then I believe I made it weird because she ended up getting frustrated with me and then got up and left. And that was it. That's the first time.
Kevin.
That's the first time that's ever happened.
No way.
That's fine. It's fine. It really is.
Got up and left in the middle of the day.
Can you give us more details? What did you do to make it weird?
We finished eating. Like we had both paid. We were just kind of like chatting. What did I do to make it weird? So what are the 3 things that you were not supposed to talk about? Like,
politics,
what are the quote-unquote 3
religion.
things you're not supposed to talk
Politics,
about?
Penis
politics,
size.
religion, Jameis Winston.
Close. You're close on the 3rd one. You're close on the 3rd one.
Yeah, I don't know. What's the 3rd one? No kids?
Well, no. The 3rd one is sex.
Well, that's kids.
Like,
that's how you get kids.
well, so we had talked about politics. We had talked about religion. And
so 2 out of the 3 you already talked about that you're not supposed to talk about.
Right. Oh, no.
Good,
well, that's kind of the thing is like, I just figure to hell with it. Just mention it, get it, just have it come out on the first date. And then that way you can just figure out whether or not there's really
long-term potential.
How close are y'all or how far apart are you? And then you can just kind of like make a more informed decision. The sex thing is like being just like a little bit flirty. Or intended to be. She did not take it that way.
We went
This is a Me Too situation.
She kept like pestering me, like, well, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean? And I was just trying to, like, I was getting thrown off. And it made me, I guess, act more, like, the more confused I got, the more thrown off she got and the more off-put she got, which made me become like way more self-conscious. And so I started to be like, I started to like really withdraw.
Oh, yeah.
And so it just became this very, a very awkward, like 5 to 10 minutes at this table.
You are not very cool.
I gotta say, guys,
Dave, we clearly established that.
If she's half as confused as I am right now, then yeah, I could see what she wants. I'm still not sure I follow.
Dude, I'm not trying to pursue a relationship with you. I'm not flirting with you, dude.
I've never seen a relationship at best that quickly in my entire life.
I mean, here's the thing: if it's not flirting if they get up and leave, like.
But right,
Hello,
look,
HR.
I mean, we were flirting. There was flirting going on in the chat, in the back and forth on the app.
Isn't it kind of implied you're at least mildly interested in each other if you're there to begin with?
Yeah.
Right. I get that.
But
again,
I mean,
it's
that's
sort
dating
of
for
just
you.
like,
that's how it works.
Would you
like,
consider this like? Would this be like?
Nobody ever heard the thing that has nobody ever heard that? Like, you don't talk about sex.
No, not necessarily.
No.
But I mean, Kevin, would you say this is like?
How do you not talk about sex with a woman? Come on, man. Like,
Kevin, was this like Sean Payton on 3rd and 1 running the reverse against Tampa, and it just went terribly wrong? Were you like really close to closing the deal?
Yeah. That might be.
And then
how much did you spend on the date, Kevin?
That might be the best metaphor.
That's right.
Yeah.
I don't know what a metaphor is. What can I hear? Where do I hear this soundbite?
Watch the press conference from today.
The theories on what Kevin actually said in the chat are absolutely incredible, by the way.
That's right. Dave, I want to say to you, it really is one of my top 5 failings that I didn't get the DA metaphor soundbite, and we didn't spend 45 minutes.
I can't believe that
on DA talking about.
I didn't know about this.
DA didn't know what a metaphor is. It's a complete and utter failure by me. Completely.
You're slacking, buddy.
I am. Just terrible. So Kevin, is there going to be a second date?
No.
That was the first date?
Like, no. Like, she got up and left. And, like, I followed her.
Before the drugs kicked in?
No.
No.
I went to the parking lot as well, just, like, seeing if she was going to turn around and try and talk. Nope. She went and got in her car and then left. You don't need the music. It's fine. It's fine. And so, like, I sent her a voice note trying to do a better job of explaining what the fuck I meant. She sent a voice note back to me and was like very...
People use voice notes?
On these dating apps, you can.
Oh, okay.
And was just like, oh, so you were only interested in sleeping with me. And so she completely either I didn't do a good, I didn't do a good job explaining it. She misinterpreted it, but she thought all I wanted was to try and hook up with her when I'd been
welcome to Tinder, guys.
Kevin, it sounds like Ralph's cat's ready. If you're still interested.
Well, no, Kevin, we got somebody. Your boy Alan found the DA soundbite of not understanding what a metaphor is.
Well, how is he going to play it?
Thomas, can you play it?
I almost have it ready.
That's right. See, thank you, your boy Alan, coming through in the clutch.
Show saved.
So, I thought this show was going to be a quick
anyway. So, all right. So,
I have it ready.
We're not doing a mailbag.
Jason Champagne has a quote. How do you feel about the Saints linebackers K and Orgy?
I might have been better off dropping that.
You might have been.
Or the line from your boy Alan. Have you ever heard of milking?
Yeah.
Like, so she sends me that voice memo back, and so I just let it sit. And then I just woke up the next morning, and then I just sent her a text saying, I apologize for wasting your time. Hope you find what you're looking for. So I just ejected. I'm not... Like, I'm just not
What about her wasting your time, though, Kevin?
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right. What about?
Why are you such? Don't be such.
Think about that. How much did you spend on that?
Don't be such a beta.
Yeah.
Put the Sigma.
Yeah.
Be
a man. Be a man.
Jesus, Thomas.
Wouldn't it?
Skibbity Ohio Riz.
Wouldn't it be better? Like,
spending way too much time with Dylan.
Isn't it better to just like?
Go away.
To just like know that that it's falling. To just know that it's just it's a lost cause, and just get out, and to just say, "Yeah, I'm just bye, sorry."
Yeah. Listen, Thomas, do you have the soundbite of DA not knowing what a metaphor is ready?
I do.
All right, Dave, you get your whisk. Thomas, play the soundbite.
Thank God.
I'm leaving metaphors to you guys.
Thanks,
all right, but what is a metaphor?
What's that?
What is a metaphor? Like, what's the official definition of metaphor?
A metaphor is like using something as comparison as like an example, right?
Okay. All right. I got it.
Wait a minute.
What?
We buried the lead on that. That should have been the top. First of all, which reporter was he talking to? Do we know what reporter he was talking to?
I don't know.
I don't know.
That's the Texas A&M education for you.
He went. Did he? Oh, he's an Aggie? I didn't know that. Wait, so he used the word and then says, "Wait a minute, I don't know if I am using the right word." But he did use it correctly, right? Well, actually, what did the reporter say when he said, "I'm going to leave the metaphors to you"? What was he referring to? That's what I want to hear.
Well,
that's
I don't
funny.
know.
He didn't know what a metaphor was.
Yeah, he doesn't. That's the point.
I wanted to hear it. I wanted to hear it because I wasn't sure if you were exaggerating.
No.
No, but you were. Yeah, he legit just straight up.
Kevin
didn't know what the word meant.
Kevin, is it more important that your coach knows what a metaphor is, all that English Shakespeare BS, or is it more important that he knows ball? Like,
I would have preferred if he would have known to trade down in the draft. I would have preferred if he and the brain trust, even after the draft, decided, you know what, we probably need to try and acquire some more offensive tackles in the undrafted free agency market, or maybe try and get, somebody in free agency, bring somebody in before training camp. I don't know.
Noel Alfredo says DA and vocabulary is like Kevin and dating. That's mean. Noel Alfredo.
I mean, I'm assuming he was questioning it because he wasn't sure if it was a metaphor or a simile. Like the two are different. He wasn't sure if he was using like or as.
Quit defending him, man. That's terrible. Anyway,
I'm not defending.
0-17.
Simile metaphor.
The 2024 Saints are doomed, just like my liver.
A simile uses like or as, right?
That's right.
What's a metaphor? What's the actual definition? Is he serious right now?
Are you serious right now?
A metaphor. So it's like, something about apologizing to your rival's coach after you score a touchdown.
Not like dumb as a block of wood.
That's a simile.
That's a metaphor.
No, that's a simile. You're using as.
Like or a shit.
Most of them are similes because you're going to use like or as.
The chat is on fire tonight. Like, we might have to have Thomas. Can you save the chat? We might need to have a dramatic reading of the chat tonight and do it as
right, when's the next Saints game? When's the next Saints
Sunday
game?
night, 7:00.
Okay, so you're not going to get another big show before the next Saints preseason game. So just remember, I'm going to plug it one more time. After the preseason game, call the hotline. We have a new number. Kevin, we have a new number for the hotline. You might want to put this in your phone as well. 832-779-3820.
Yeah.
Again, that's 832-779-3820. Sunday after the game, give us a call. If you want to call the old number and leave a message for Mike and Alicia, you are more than welcome to do that. Mike and Christina, you're more than welcome to do that. That number for Mike and Christina is 210-595-0818. So feel free to leave them
maybe call
angry message about the Saints. Yeah, about the Saints preseason performance. Actually, if you really want to be bold and brazen and an alpha, you can call one number and then add in a second number and call both at the same time, and you could leave the same message on both voicemails if you have an iPhone.
And you do a sexy three-way.
You can merge the
versions
calls.
of the
merge them. Yeah, merge
it all. So Thomas, before we wrap up here, thank everybody who donated for the show tonight. It was amazing donations tonight.
All right, amazing show. We are on a 53 week donation streak.
By the way, Kevin, when Ralph's cat passes away, we're all getting a raise.
Don't you dare tell my wife that she will murder you.
Thanks to Mike Bagger. Thanks to Purveyor of Awesome. Thanks to Biloxi Blues. To Who Dat Golfer. To Mr. Juge. To your boy Allen. And to the MVP. For the first time ever. Who is... the mysterious Lizard Man! Congratulations!
Lizard Man.
Thank you, Let's go.
Make sure to send me the white ball message.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
MVP. DM Thomas. You get it. You get the whiteboard message. Do it.
Verbal me walking down the street with a girl that's your boy Alan, and then turning my head and looking back at Lizard Man, my new favorite patron.
What about Who Dat Golfer?
What about Who Dat Golfer or Mr. Juge or
Hatchet John?
Who's the one? Yeah, Hatchet John. That's who it is.
By the way, the donations have been so strong the last month that my liquor collection is getting a little low. If you want to send me crazy stuff to drink, send it to me. I'll drink it. Hit me in the DMs on the Discord. Please. So remember to get your tickets to the live show. We only have 20 left. Do it. Sign up as an annual patron to get your stickers. They're amazing. Andrew will never let me live it down if I have to give away stickers to homeless people, and I don't want to do that. Sign up, become a patron, annual patron, please. So thanks for listening. It's important. Saints Happy Hour. I am drunk. Go to Patreon/SaintsHappyHour.com. Become a patron. Support the show. We can't do it without you guys' support. Thanks to Dave, Andrew, Kevin for popping in. Unexpected. That made my night. Thomas, the best producer on earth, running the show back in Poland. Remember, kid, if you're going to support a Saints podcast, you ought to support the one that wins awards. Until next time, the bar is closed.